Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your November 1st to the 15th, 2020 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be located in the description box below. Now, before I begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. So let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Oh, goodness. There we go. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. All right. Ooh, goodness. Okay. All right. So the left-hand side, this is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. And the right-hand side is the public arena, the public self. And of course, I'm jumping ahead because I'm getting too excited here. Let's see your chakra energy for this time. All right. Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic, these four. And I want to apologize for my voice. I have a bit of a cold. And it always hits my voice. All right, so let's see here. We have life path. And life path, life purpose, right here. And this is really beautiful because this is the throat chakra. This is us speaking our life purpose, speaking our truth, and moving forward in it. There's an ascension during this time towards our desire, towards where we need to be, towards where we want to be, towards something greater than what we are. And we can see ourselves pulled in this way. And as we embrace this life purpose, as we embrace this power, this brilliance, we are going to find ourselves, kind of reevaluating things, looking at things more openly, more honestly, more succinctly, more powerfully. And it leads us to peace. Because during this time, when we are really looking at our purpose here on this earth, because that's what our life purpose is, And we always think, oh my gosh, it has to be something showy and glamorous and everybody knows my name type of thing. And that's just part of the human psyche. We've seen that in ancient Egypt. We've seen that in ancient Rome, ancient Greece. We want our names to live on. But sometimes our life purpose is very quiet, very subtle, very, very serene. And I think that's beautiful. I think we don't honor that enough. And here with peace, it's embracing the peace to move forward in your truth, to move forward in your power, to take that crown and to place it upon your head. And to know that, yes, this is my crown chakra. I am crowned with peace. And the way I've come to see the crown chakra very powerfully lately is as the crown that we put upon our heads, that we place upon our heads. And is it a crown that is glorious, that is just so absolutely out of this world, sparkly and just you could see it from space almost. Is that our crown? Is our crown something more demure? More, you have to look at us to be able to see it. Silent, but beautiful. And is our crown something we're not allowed to touch? Are we not allowed to have this peace in our lives? Are we not allowed to move forward in it? Does the crown fall away? Is it tarnished? Is it tired? Is it sad? Is it broken? Because life has been everything but peaceful. And this is a time where you're embracing who you are by really focusing on the peace that you have in your life, the serenity that moves you forward, the sense of knowing yourself and taking that crown and placing it upon your head and saying, this is my truth. This is me. And just for a moment, just a slight meditation of seeing this beautiful, velvet box put before you. And this person with the white, proper gloves, opening it up. And you reaching for that crown. Can you reach for it? Does it make your fingers and your hands tingle? Or is it, oh, no, I can't. I'm saving it for special. Oh, no, I can't. It's for when I deserve it, when I've finally made it. It's like, no, that crown gets to be worn every single day of your life. Put it on and walk in peace. If it needs to be rebuilt, if it needs to be strengthened, then do so. Visualize that every single day until you can wear that crown with assurity and confidence in self. Then we have grounding. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. You're grounding your roots. What is the soil that you are planting yourself in? Is it nourishing you? Is it beautiful? Is it rich and prosperous and lovely? Or is it, is it sandy and coarse and just deprived of nutrients? Here, you are looking at your roots. You're looking at how you are planting yourself and how you are planting your garden of truth and what you desire to move forward in. And this moves us to Mother Earth. Mother Earth, also the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below your feet. Mother Earth is a sign of compassion, of love. But Mother Earth is also fierce. Mother Earth is how we have our food, right? From the earth. But it's also tornadoes and hurricanes and blizzards. So here, there is a strength and a unpredictability that we are embracing within our souls, within ourselves, within our power. Now let's see here what the cards have to say. And again, left-hand side, your inner self. The middle, your heart. Right-hand side, public arena. We have the Knight of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Cutting through doubts and fears, moving ahead. You might move a bit more quickly than you want to at times because not that you want to, then you should. It's kind of like, I have this idea. I'm moving forward. I'm going after it. Nothing and no one will hold me back. So just be mindful that you will sit there and be like, I am going to change everything. It's like you'll have this urge to just kind of rip everything up and move forward because it'll be better, over there. And you know what? It won't. It is better within. And that is something, I had to be, that was just, Spirit was like, I had to be reminded of that right now. And that's going to be powerful. It's like, wow, it comes from within. And this is you being the White Knight, you being the hero of your tale, of you moving forward in that passion, in that glory. Because you have the Page of Wands here, a celebration, a freedom, a study of truth and ideas. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So strong Taurus energy right here. The King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 5 of Pentacles, crowning the heart. Very interesting. Three of Cups. Judgment. And the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, I like that. I like the progression. It starts off tough, right? Then you have the nine. Then you have the Knight of Cups in the public arena crowning you. This is you. This is you, being the defender of your heart, standing in your truth. It's like in the public arena, you're like, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I need. And there's a celebration coming forward. You have the Seven of Wands. You know when to defend yourself and when to let things go. And so often in this world, it feels like we don't know when to let things go. It feels like everybody's just yelling louder and louder and louder over each other. And who the heck is listening? And so here, it's a listening to your heart, your solar plexus chakra, like your gut. And then you have the Seven of Cups. Dreams do come true. You have the repeat of the number 7 here 3 times. So this is a divine number right here. And this is really a sense. 7 is a number of saying, listen, during this time, keep things on the up and up. Be as honest and forthright as you can be with yourself, with those around you. It works out the best. Also, 7 is a number of deeper mysteries, going into mysticism. So that is going to be very powerful for you. If you have a faith that you are affiliated with, then this is a time where you go deeper within it. If you have just a curiosity about faiths and people and religions and ideas and ideologies, this is a time where you go deeper in it. So really listen to that, because it really does move you in a way that you hadn't anticipated. You have the repeat of the number 5. This is saying that this is a call for freedom, a freedom of self, a freedom of ideas, a freedom of passion, a freedom of desire. But this is also a sense of feeling like, oh my gosh, it's never going to come. I'm never going to get there. But things are resolved more quickly than you had imagined. You have the repeat of the Knights right here. You're a defender, a fighter of truth, and a fighter of the heart. And it doesn't mean you have to war against others. You're actually being advised not to, but to stand in your truth and in your glory, in power, in understanding, and in profound reason. Okay, so let's see here the people who are going to aid you during this time. Who are the people who will aid Cancer? November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Now remember these people who aid us. We don't have to know them in real life. They are somebody who kind of embodies the ideology of the cards that come forward. It can be they embody the way of the heart, the way of the mind, a seeking of truth, a seeking of justice, a discernment of character. These type of things come forward. And you can find yourself very drawn to a piece of work, to a poem, a movie, a book that brings this forward in your life, to somebody speaking, and it has you looking at things in different ways, but down this road that you hadn't expected. So it really is powerful, but it comes to us. Spirit wants to say, this comes to us in a multitude of different ways. And these could be people that you know, most definitely, but don't limit it to that. So we start off with the Prince of Swords. You have the Prince of Swords here, and you have the Prince of Swords again, charging forward, going after what you desire. There's something here, Cancer, that you want done yesterday. And that's so human of us, we want things done yesterday. We're passionate, we're determined, we're fiery. And so here, there's a sense of this person who's really looking at things. There's an openness, there's an honestness to them. There's a cutting to the chase. They might be actually a little bit too blunt at times. That can be a problem with the swords, but that's actually going to be something that you find rather refreshing. Because even if you don't agree with them, and that's the thing, we don't have to agree with everybody, but there's a value in what they are saying. There's an opening to ideas. And that's going to be something that you find, rather sexy during this time. It's like, wow, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't look at it that way. And now that I am, it's like, wow, that's more than I expected. You have the King of Pentacles, which is, again, correlating with your tarot reading. And this is, again, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who can be... It's very money-oriented, or something we value as much as money in our lives. So it's something that holds great value to us. And this is a person who sees the interconnectedness of things and really brings it to to our attention. Like we might not know, oh wow, how is this connected? How is that connected? And then when we see it, we're like, oh, that's it, right? That's what I wanted. That's what I was desiring. That's the way I needed to have things kind of put together, and I hadn't expected it. So that's going to be really cool. This person is also, they shoulder a lot of responsibilities. They do. They shoulder a lot. And it might be that we're not really privy to that, or it might be that we are. And it's like, wow, that really does speak to us, because there's, with the repeat of the number 7, there's a call here to responsibility. And I believe responsibility is something that molds us, that shapes us, that is very important to us as human beings, as people who developed from, hunter-gatherers, everything like that, to be able to move forward, to have civilization move forward in the way that it is. We as human beings, we do not change innately who we are. We need purpose. And so here, this person helps us see our purpose, see what we desire. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this could be, sorry, my voice just cracked. This could be a couple, this could be, there's a soulmate connection here. Whenever I have the King and the Queen of the same suit from the same deck coming forward, it's a soulmate connection. So this can be somebody that you're very drawn to, okay? You sit there and you're like, oh wow, what they say really makes sense. This can also be a couple. This could be, parents. This could be teachers, but they just play off each other really, really nicely. It doesn't mean that they have to be in a romantic relationship. They can also be friends. So here, this person's vibrational energy, because we have here the drum, this person's vibrational energy really connects with your vibrational energy. And there's going to be something about them where you're like, oh, okay, I get this. Oh, okay, I see this. Oh, that's going to be the thing. And again, they see things more interconnectedly than you would normally. And that's going to be something that's really, really nice. The King is going to see things, as quote unquote, men do. They see things more clearly, and women see, people more clearly, the interconnectedness. And that's kind of going to be where the energy is. It doesn't mean that one has to be a man or identify as a man or a woman, but it does mean that they're going to bring this forward for you in a way that you're like, oh, wow, this is talking about people, and this is talking about things or abstract ideas. So let's see here. Oh, let's go right here, and I do apologize about my dogs. There's a passion that you are moving forward in. And it's like, this is what I want. This is what I desire. This is what I need. I'm cutting through the doubts and the fear. You're really cutting through the bull. You don't want it. You don't like it. And you're not being held back any longer, Cancer. And so as you're cutting through the doubts, the fears, the negativity, you are moving forward towards something that you are astoundingly passionate about, but also that makes a lot of sense within your mind, within yourself. It's like, as I'm looking at this, as I'm taking it in, this is who I am. This is what I want. And so you're really here during this time taking up the mantle of being the White Knight, of being Prince Charming in your own story. And I know we want, to find somebody who helps us carry our load. But again, I find it astoundingly brilliant to be able to carry our own, to be able to sit there and say, this is where I want to be. And yes, and if we are blessed enough, there are people along the way who help us, who lift us up, who move us forward. And that is amazing. But here, this is a passion. This is a truth. This is a way forward. This is cutting through the cobwebs and saying, no, this is what I want. This is what I desire for my life. And as you say this, and as you see this, and as you become the hero of your own tale, this is you, sitting there and saying, I am the hero. I am the winner. And it moves you to being a student of your passion, being a student of what you desire, being a student of where it is that you want to be, and how it is you can connect everything. And as you have that interconnectedness, you embrace your passion, you embrace your beauty, you embrace your truth, you move forward in celebration. And this is a powerful thing for you, because there's a sense here of coming to things in the Buddha saying, in the child's mind, not in the beginner's mind, that's it, in the beginner's mind. And it means to come to things as a child does, as somebody first discovering, first learning, first becoming excited, not as jaded adults. Where we sit there, it's like, oh, been there, done that. It doesn't have the excitement to it. Here, it does. And you're really embracing that passion, that enormity. And you're looking at things, and you're seeing things as, in a sense, what Spirit is saying here is like, does it get me excited to get out of bed in the morning? Is this, energizing me? Is this helping me move forward? Because right now, in your inner self, it's like, I need this to have meaning. If it doesn't have meaning, it doesn't have me. It doesn't have my full intention all the time. So during this time, the deeper meaning, the deeper understanding, the deeper connection is going to be absolutely imperative. And it moves you to the Knight of Pentacles, not the Knight, the King of Pentacles. This is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is prosperity. This is bounty. This is moving forward in wealth. But this is also saying, this is my kingdom. This is what I desire. I shoulder these responsibilities, and I will not back down, because kings do not back down, or else their kingdoms don't last, or they don't remain kings for long. And so here, there is that passion, that power. You are going to be seen during this time, because the kings for me are seen more easily than the queens are. The queens do things more behind the scenes. So they're like the directors, and the kings are the actors upon the stage. So here you have that kingliness coming forward. You have that sense that you are seen within your prosperity, within your bounty, within what you desire. And as you do this, and what I love here is the imagery of the stairwell that is connecting from your life purpose to the Hierophant. It's like as you claim your prosperity and your power. And this is being comfortable. This isn't saying, oh my gosh, I have to have a mansion. This is saying I have to be able to pay my bills. I have to be able to be comfortable. And that's what I'm looking at, because it's actually proven that once you have enough money to kind of, live a life that isn't being threatened, right? Then your happiness level doesn't increase from there. Your baseline happiness is really dependent on being secure and safe. And then it doesn't increase the more and more you have. Actually, sometimes it decreases because of the added stress. And so here, I love that he's in a study, that he's sitting back, he has his dog by his side, and there's a sense of prosperity, contentment, and serenity that moves him forward. And it leads you to the Hierophant. It leads you to being the ruler of your existence, of your soul, and of yourself. Because remember, the Hierophant was the king of kings. The Hierophant could tell emperors what to do, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is the Pope. This is the Pope. And so the Pope could tell emperors what to do, back in medieval times could tell kings what to do, and there was a power here. And it's saying, go back to the root of you. Go back to what is absolutely important to you, to how you move forward, to what you desire. And keep that at your core. And you will see yourself ascend. You will see yourself moving forward in greater power, in greater, bounty than you had realized. And it will open up the world to you. And it will open you up to the world. And as it does, this is you saying, this is my truth. This is the essence of myself. I'm not changing it for anybody. I don't want to, and I don't have to. And it brings you to the heart, which says, well, maybe you do. And there's going to be that sense of doubt. It's kind of like a pauper. It's like, I don't get to be this wealthy in love, in joy, in happiness. I am always waiting for the next shoe to drop. Because Lord knows, we have had enough disappointments, heartbreaks, pains, traumas in our lives. Just every single human being has. And it makes you gun shy. It makes you afraid to move forward. It makes you doubt your own capabilities, your own abilities. And with such a brilliant heart, Cancer, what Spirit is saying is that you should not doubt. You should know that prosperity is coming. And what you have learned is patterns not to follow. What you have learned is how never to be. What you have learned is to embrace grace and to embrace bounty. And that's what you're doing. And there's a power here, and it leads you to looking at new opportunities. I love this, I don't know if that's I think it's the Big Dipper right there. And I really see that it's like a cup coming forward, scooping up the water and saying, this is what I'm presenting to you. And here, the way I see the Three of Cups, and it's the way I always see the Three of Cups, it's somebody who has celebrated you, but hasn't really celebrated you. Said, I'm in your corner, I'm on your side, I will be with you like forever. And they dropped the ball. They couldn't love us. They couldn't accept us. They couldn't not betray us, They couldn't stand steadfast in our lives. This could be a parent, this could be a grandparent, this could be a teacher, this could be a lover, a sibling, a best friend or a friend. This could be a business partner that you thought, wow, I really trust you. And you're sitting there and you're like, why do I always make these terrible mistakes? It is not a mistake to think the best of human nature, to think the best of people. But what you have learned is that there's a power and there's a truth to you. Do not, and this sounds, I'm sitting there, I'm like, Spirit, this sounds so cynical. It's like, do not believe that everybody will always show up the way that they should, because they won't. And it can make you feel like, wow, I really did this wrong. But it's bringing you to a path that you maybe hadn't expected yourself to walk, a strength that those around you hadn't shown, but because of the fortitude of your spirit, of the reliance on yourself, the reliance on, your angels and your spirit guides to move you forward, to say, I am not alone. There is a grace and a brilliance that rises up within me. There's a resurrection of spirit, of soul, of beauty and desire that moves me forward. This then has you beautifully connected with your angels. This then has you moving away from the box, being boxed in, sitting there and thinking life has to be like this. If it's not this box, this way of being, then it just isn't. It's like, no, you're breaking the box, you're breaking the mold, and you're moving forward in your truth. And it can be that you're sitting there and you're like, well, I like the mold. Well, it's your mold. It's kind of like, okay, I don't know, this might be an odd analogy, but it's kind of like an old-fashioned kiln. Or it's like a kiln. It's like putting a piece of pottery in a kiln. But back in the day, you would build this kiln and you would take it apart. And hopefully your pottery would come out well. Or it might not. And then you'd have to build the kiln again. And that's what life is. It's like we build this kiln where Spirit builds this kiln around us. We're heated to the point of we could break. And we might break. We might sit there and be like, wow, dude, that was really, 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 really hard. What the heck? And I didn't feel like anybody was walking with me. I didn't feel like I had any support. And Spirit is saying, I always walk with you. Divinity is saying, I always walk with you. It's time to build the kiln again, to make a new piece. So that wasn't the shape that you were going to take. And it's time to see the beautiful Spirit move forward within you. Move forward within your power, within your grace, within your understanding. Because those are the seeds that you are nurturing. That's the way that you are rising up. That's the way that you are rising forward. And it's like with the Seven of Pentacles, like be patient. There's beauty on the horizon. Be patient. Your roots run deep. Your grounding is beautiful. Have that rich soil around you. Be patient. Heal. You see here, kind of like Reiki he's doing on the plant. So heal. Take that energy that is within you. Use it to create and not to destroy. Because you are creating a path that is beautiful, prosperous, and powerful for you. And you are becoming a defender of the way that you want to move forward. And it's so interesting because we have the Knight of Swords and we have the Knight here of Cups. And in the middle, at the heart, we have doubt and fear and a pauper's mentality and a sense of, oh no, I can't. I couldn't possibly. And this is saying, oh yes, you can. You are a defender of your truth. You are a person of your bounty. And it's your heart and your mind coming together. Why is that important? I view us as, the Spirit shows me people as emotional beings. It shows me them as their hearts, their souls, themselves. And as emotional beings, we have to be in alignment with our minds. Because if we are just simply emotion, it gets to be a little bit chaotic, right? So we have to balance ourselves. We have to have our minds balance our hearts, and our hearts balance our minds. Because it can lead us to one extreme to another. One that is too rigid, too logical, and the other one that's too emotional, too chaotic. And so here you are a defender of your heart, of the way that you need to move forward, of your passion, of what you desire. And the Knight of Cups moves more slowly than the Knight of Swords. So your mind is going to be moving a mile a minute. You have to make sure it's in alignment with your heart. Does it feel right? Do you need to take more time? Do you feel like, oh man, I'm really kind of copping out on this? It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. If you need more time, if you need to have the idea come forward and it to race forward in your mind, to be like, wow, this is awesome, then to connect it with your heart, to say, okay, how does it feel awesome? How do I move forward? That's going to be a powerful thing. And once you have that realization, come forward. You have the Six of Wands. There's a celebration, a bounty, a beauty, a brilliance, a truth. And you have the people here. You have the hands raising up. It's like raise up in celebration. Rejoice. Rejoice and be bountiful. And there's a power, there's a brilliance, there's an acceptance, there's a beauty to you as you start celebrating you. Now, this isn't saying that everything we do is absolutely perfect. And we're human beings. It's just not. But there is a sense here of jubilation within your passion, within your fiery brilliance of self that says, you know what? There's healing water. There is bounty within me. And I might not always know where it's coming from. And I might have trusted the wrong people and undersold myself and, thought less of me. And that's part of life. That's part of growing. And now it's like, okay, I need to embrace me, what I desire, what I need, what I want, and I need to celebrate me. Now the Six of Wands, how Spirit shows me the Six of Wands, is it's a really good boss, right? And Spirit always says, like, who do you want to be working for? Do you want to be working for that boss that builds you up, that celebrates you, that makes you feel great about yourself, that sits there and says good job, and if you've done something wrong, shows you, how to do it, who's fair and just, doesn't put everything on one person's shoulders, and, praise a person who does nothing? Or do you want to be that boss that is negative, that is angry, that is unreasonable, that makes you feel horrible just walking into work? Because we are that boss for ourselves and for our lives. Are we celebrating? Are we rejoicing in who we are, in what we desire, in the road that we're taking, in the path that we're walking? Or are we beating us down so badly that we can't take in the light? We can't take in what we love. And it feels like to be celebrated is wrong, because it's not. It moves you then to the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands says, what am I fighting for? What am I defending against? Because there's going to be a very strong sense here, especially in the public arena, as you move towards what you love, as you are fighting to celebrate yourself in the midst of chaos, or, just in this world that is chaotic in and of itself. It's like, okay, I can go to war on this. I'll fight for this. I will make this true. It's like, okay, that's one way of going about it. But Spirit is saying, it's kind of like you'll get more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. It's like there will be more beauty around you with a kindness and serenity to yourself. It doesn't mean that you're a pushover, not at all. It means that you're wise. You're not fighting every battle to be exhausted, and then when the big battle comes, you're too tired to fight. Know that people run their mouths. They just do. People are cruel, and they are mean, and they are manipulative, and yes, they are wonderful and brilliant. But those people we don't usually fight against. The wonderful, brilliant people who make us feel really good about ourselves are not the people we usually go to war with. And so here, it is saying, choose your battle wisely. You have so much energy. You don't need to waste it on fools. Because that's what they want you to do. They want to get a rise out of your life. They want to make you feel bad. And here, you go from 6 to 7, and I love that progression. It's like the learning to celebrate, and then the learning to choose your battles wisely. And then there's a bringing forward your dreams. What do you want from your life? What is it that you desire? Your passion, your brilliance, your beauty. The dreams that we have that become sacred to us, that are so beautiful, we keep them on a shelf. And we say, I can't possibly bring that to the light of day. It is too perfect. In my mind, it is perfect. That's one of the things that stops us from living our dreams. In our mind, we don't fail. We have this unbelievable success. But if we sully it by actually bringing it to the light of day, we could fail. We can have people who don't deserve our dreams rip it apart, not understand it. And here it is saying, okay, yes. But it is better for those dreams to be brought to the light of day, to have us move within our life purpose, for that beauty, for that sacredness coming forward, because a dream is something sacred. It is a sacred truth for us. And now we ascend to bringing that brilliance into the world, to moving forward in that power, and to nurturing that truth, because it brings true happiness, true prosperity. Let's go deeper. Cancer, November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Awesome. And let's see the people here that you need to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Cancer needs to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Who are the people Cancer needs to be mindful of? November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. We have here the Prince of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who's moving very slowly, very steadily towards what they want. But this is also somebody who I'm seeing here as being a bit immature with the way that they're looking at things, the way that they're desiring it. That's what Spirit is showing. It's like, it's almost like, don't rock the boat too much. Don't move forward too quickly. Don't do this. Don't do that. And you're going to sit there and be like, well, I need to move forward. And there's just a fear around this person that is really going to be, you're really going to rebel against, because it's like, well, no, you have the Knight of Swords here. It's like, no, I need to move forward. And this is being too cautious. I mean, cautious is good, but too cautious is not good. Then we have the Prince of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody who moves forward too quickly. You know, you need that right in the middle, right here. But these are also ideas that aren't resonating with you. This is somebody who is young or has very immature energy around them. This is somebody who moves forward towards what they want. They're like, okay, let's speed up, let's go after this. And they're kind of going off half-cocked. You know, and when you go off half-cocked, you risk the gun blowing up in your face. That's where the saying comes from. Because back during the times of the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and this is American history, you had to cock the gun. And a lot of times, because you were in battle, the people would forget to pull it all the way back. They wouldn't pull it all the way back. And what would happen then is the gun would blow up in their face. And that's where it says here, don't go off half-cocked, because the gun will blow off in your face. And you're like, no. And you see this with this person. You're like, no, wait. But they have such this fire, such this energy to them that is really enticing, just not just to you, to everyone, that you have to be mindful. It can also be that they've been moving slowly and steadily. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, let's just go for it. Let's just, go now. And if you're not with me, you're against me. Ooh, sorry about that. And that's going to be something that it doesn't resonate well. Queen of Swords, Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who comes off as a cold fish, much more logical than they are emotional. And this is somebody who will just get straight to the point, cut to the chase, and be rather mean, vindictive, and angry with their words. So just be mindful of that, Cancer. You then have the Knight of Pentacles right here. So you have a negative Knight of Pentacles, you have a positive Knight of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Cups, you coming forward. You have the King and Queen of Cups right here. There is a connection. There's a soulmate connection, a true love connection, a powerful connection. It can be within yourself, falling in love with yourself, with the way that you're moving forward. There's just a power here. The Moon, strong Pisces energy. Time frame February 19th to March 20th. The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Emotions. This is love. Okay, and they all live happily ever after. This is love. This is brilliance. This is really connecting with what's truly important to you. And then we have the Nine of Voice, cutting through. Yeah, the Nine of Voice, and needing to cut through the nightmares, and needing to cut through the fears, to move forward and obtain your greatest wish, your greatest desire. We have here the Knight of Inspiration. Again, a positive Knight of Wands and a negative Knight of Wands. Fire, moving you forward. You're moving in the same direction, towards your passion, towards what you desire. It's very interesting. You have the Knights over the Knights right here. So you have all the Knights showing up. Two of Inspiration, Two of Wands. This is seeing the future. This can be seeing a bit of the future, like being a bit prophetic in your thoughts. But this is also looking out at the future and it not being that overwhelmingly scary thing that it once was. And then you have the Six of Emotions, the Six of Cups. There's a sense of nostalgia here. It's like, well, what if I mess it up? Well, what if you do? Like, the worst that can happen is to fail, right? And then you get back up and you try it again. It might take some time, yes. But don't sit there and think, oh, it was always better when. Because we tend to remember really only the good things and not the bad. So you're moving forward in prosperity towards what you desire as you move forward knowing your mind and as you embrace your passion, your wisdom, your understanding, your fire. And this is slowly and steadily making your dreams into a reality. And it leads you then to embracing your queenliness. So there's a part of you, this is over the King of Pentacles. So as you embrace your prosperity and as you're really seeing for it, behind the scenes, you're really connecting with your heart, your soul, yourself, your passion. And that leads you to then, with the Hierophant, as you see yourself moving forward, as you see yourself ascending, you embrace the King. And this has you embracing the King Queen of you, the part of you that is seen, the part of you that is public, the part of you that is passionate and people, understand, and then the part of you that is private, the part of you that you feel, people might not understand as well, or you don't want them to see it. And there's a power within you that as you embrace you, the essence of you, you move forward in prosperity. And then we have the moon right here. This is facing fears, and we see this. This is facing the fears of not being able to trust or having the people that we trust disappoint us, and the fears of not having the prosperity that we want, of not having the wealth that we desire. And this is facing those fears and saying, I'm still moving forward. I'm not letting the shadows deny me, and I'm not letting the shadows define me. And so as you state this and you see this, you embrace and you come to the end of a journey when it comes to your emotions, because you are resurrecting. You have awakening right here. You have judgment, and you are resurrecting into your power. You're breaking the box. You're breaking the mold. And you're really saying, what's the most important thing to me? What do I value the most? What do I desire the most? And as you are embracing this, you look at the nightmares that have held you back, and you start to heal them. You start to heal the root of why you thought you couldn't. It's not simply doing it. It's saying, okay, I see the darkness. I see the abyss of the night, and I will not walk in that again. I will walk in my truth and in my brilliance. And it leads you to passionately moving forward towards what you love and towards a celebration of you. And as you do so, things start to open up. You're also learning, what battles to pick and what to walk away from. And so as things open up and it's like, oh, wow, this isn't as scary as I thought, or this isn't as bad as I thought, you then get hit with, bringing your dreams to life. You want this. You have the 7 of Cups right here, and then you have the 6 of Cups over it. And it's like, yeah, but what if it's not as good? What if I mess it up? What if I fail? What if I fall? It was better when. I should have done this earlier in life. I wasted too much time. I'm never going to have what I truly want. And we can talk ourselves out of our prosperity, out of our brilliance. Or we can embrace our brilliance, our prosperity, and our love and say, this is me. This is what I need within my life. And I'm not looking at the past or at the future and saying it will be better when, or it was better when. I'm looking at my present. I'm seeing that it is a gift. And I'm taking it. And I'm utilizing it to the highest form of my ability. And as you do so, you embrace your power. You do. Because you have the king here. And the king faces his nightmares and faces his fears and says, there's more to me than you ever realized. And I'm tired of people underestimating. So let's see what your spirit animal message is. Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. November 1st to the 15th, 2020 Cancer. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, show me clearly. Not these. Okay. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Awesome. Okay. We have the antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. It is. It's moving forward. You have all the knights here. There's movement, there's speed, there's slowing down, there's starting up, and life is speeding up for you in a really powerful way. And as it is speeding up, hold on just 1 minute. Okay. You have the white raven, which I absolutely adore. It says trust in the magic. And I see the magic. Now, it can't be conjuring magic if that's what you're into, but I see the magic as the God's head hidden within us. The fact that divinity walks with us. The fact that Brahma in Hinduism said, I hide the God's head within man, because that is the one place you will not look for it. So trust in the magic. Trust that you are born with enough. It needs to be cultivated, yes. It needs to be polished, yes. When you see an uncut stone, an uncut diamond, it doesn't look like anything. It looks like something that you would totally walk past. You'd think, rock, okay, cool. But when it's polished, it becomes priceless. And that's every single human being. We are priceless gems, waiting to be polished within our truth, within our passion, within our purpose. And it leads you then to the crow spirit, which says co-create with spirit. It's time to connect our lives with the life of spirit, with the power of spirit, with the power of divinity, to know that there is more here than we have ever realized, and to have ourselves transformed by it. Also, the raven and the crow, and I love how they're looking at each other. They're very underestimated birds. We sit there and we think, ew, they're carnivores, they go to battlefields, and they're not something that we have an affinity for as people. They're also unbelievably smart. Crows, not as smart as ravens, but ravens are unbelievably smart and can learn more words than parrots can, and have this beautiful complexity to them. And crows, they also have a beautiful complexity to them, one of the smartest birds out there. So it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge a person by their past. Yeah. All right, your subconscious message. Now, this isn't saying, okay, Spirit wants me to clarify, this isn't saying be a fool. Like, oh, well, everybody changes, everybody's evolving. I am going to trust somebody who absolutely devastated me completely. No, don't be a fool. But sit there and know what Spirit is saying is, don't judge you by your past. You can do better. You'll have to prove it to people, of course. That's life. And it's easier to lose trust than it is to gain it once it is lost. So just be mindful of that as you move forward. There's power here, and you're speeding towards that power. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the bobcat spirit. Life is a mystery. We're not supposed to know everything. Let the mystery come forward and be a part of that mystery. Your subconscious chakra message is your inner child. This is the heart chakra. This is opening your heart to your inner child just for a moment. See yourself, picture yourself kneeling down, holding open your arms, and having the child you were run into them, as children do, with that love, that joy, that abandonment, and saying, I will always be there for you. I am the one adult who will never disappoint and who will never turn their back on you, because I love you. And that is powerful. And that is connecting with your inner child in a way that is profound, is deep, and is beautifully healing. Your subconscious person message is the Princess of Wands, fire sign energy. This is you embracing your passion. We have this here because the Princess of Wands is also the Page of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. We have this here, you embracing your passion, you being a student of what you desire, you shining brightly with this. And you're moving forward in this fire, in this connectivity with all that is to be learned, and all that might be, and all that has been, and all that we desire to understand. It's overwhelming, yes. It's transformative, absolutely. And it's beautifully powerful. Your subconscious tarot message is the Tower. Divinity is pushing you out of your comfort zone. It's not a bad thing. And at times, yes, it feels like what was our truth is falling apart. The foundation isn't strong. But it is. The tower just fell. But the foundational essence of you is strong and powerful and brilliant. And you are embracing that. You're facing what isn't comfortable. But you are guided. Spirit is saying you are guided to a greater strength and a greater understanding. So subconsciously, you feel like everything is changing. And it's intense. It's meant to be. Because it's forging you, it's molding you, it's bringing something new to life that wouldn't come if you stayed in the stagnation of complicity, of the way things once were. There we go. We'll go with that. Complacency. There we go. That's the word. And it leads you to the Queen of Inspiration. It leads you to fire and passion and brilliance and truth coming into your life, and you passionately moving forward, graced by something so much greater than you, graced by the healing, rejuvenating power of the sun. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we move forward in the power of ourselves, as we believe in our passions, in our beauties, in our truth, as we stop putting ourselves down and start raising ourselves up and realizing that what once felt impossible becomes astoundingly possible. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer.